only a map, but a series victory against these teams. So I think for the Davenport side, while they know it's going to be a difficult match, like once again, Laz, no one ever said it was going to be easy. We're going to be jumping into Overpass to start this one off, Laz. Let's kick this one off.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Like, there's just so many reasons to be excited for this game too. But like you said, we're here, we're live, things are starting on time. Hopefully didn't jinx it, but for anybody missing in or just tuning in now, you got Fi and Laz here on the mics, and of course Jacob Halfman on the old buttons all over the place. Thanks again, Jacob.
Yeah, first round of ECL. First round of ECL for Davenport University. And they're going to have to start off on the T side of Overpass. It's a difficult one. And also going to have to tussle up with Grape to start. But that's just the information game being played. Davenport are taking this one nice and slow.
Yeah, Davenport not really messing around here. They're going to just take this slow. You get the double flash with the molly here for CoJo. DaneJoris is going to lock things down with the dually. So now, getting up some connector control. So they're getting that map presence, but they're doing it pretty slowly here, Fi. And I think this is kind of their old shot. They like to pop through mid really quickly now.
Yeah, and they have Rizzu to back up the site. In fact, a 3-stack is on the way, and Brazen's going to shave off the first. That's Switcher down instantly, and Grape can even fight further behind the dice box. A second for him, but he will get wrapped up by Spec. Maybe the site could fall into the control of Davenport because Spec has just found the double entry. Maybe they can turn this one into a bomb plant, but Infinite has something to say. Shaves away Pugg and turns it into 2v3. They push through the smoke, and they get all the frags. Brazen confidently take the pistol.
Yeah, that looked a little too easy. I don't know about for you, but for Brazen, that was just an easy pickup. Davenport, they take this pistol strategy a little bit differently than what you and I have seen in the past. It looked like they did that a lot slower than normally, but they tried to just, ensure that, Brazen wasn't going to be able to get any connector control, but they're all just going to load up here with the P250s. No utility, it doesn't look like. They don't want anything to do with it. They're just going to go light on the purchase. Makes a lot of sense, so it's all about how much damage they can inflict in this one.
Only Glocks. I'm not sure they even completed the bomb plant there, and I'm pretty sure the answer to that is no, they didn't. So, yeah, they didn't actually get the necessary extra cash to get a force buy up and running for the T side. Either way, we'll see. I mean, every single kill these ecoing pistols can get is pretty darn important. But,
yeah, it's pretty important.
I don't think it's going to be happening here, Laz.
well, things could happen. Spec, he's taken away.
Sure.
I was going to say, I think he's one of the only Glock players, but I know CoJo's got one now too, so maybe I'm a little wrong, but oh man, and they're just going to Rezo too. This is just not looking good. Oh yeah. No. Yeah, they're in the scope.
They're actually getting a little close to this scout, but I'm going to be honest, there's 4 players on this A site. They're not going to get past this one. Brazen are able to pick it up. So a couple of roster changes came through for this Brazen team over the off-season. They were actually added in Polo and Infinite, formerly of One Tap, and actually are playing under the Brazen tag now. 2 very experienced players to kind of make this roster quite a deadly one. I think people are underestimating this Brazen team a little bit when you look at their group.
Yeah, you can never underestimate this group at all, and we talked a lot about it, right? I mean, DaneJoris, Grape, they've been together for some time. Infinite's been on some big teams as well. So it's a well-rounded roster. Mm-hmm. Ooh, DaneJoris. Ooh, dangerous territory. Okay, he's gone.
Allowing you to take a lot of space inside a short, get a very aggressive with those MP9s. Davenport University picking up their first gun round. Just trying to make it work. Even this one very silent. They're going to start working the map procedurally. They're not falling into any traps just yet. At least they're working the map control here, but one thing I'm noticing here is utility is getting very dry for Davenport already.
Yeah, like look at this. I mean, they got double or triple smoke, sorry, with 1 flash and an HE. So I mean, they're not running a lot here. And we still have a minute left in this round, and I mean, it's not even looking that much better here for Brazen too, but I mean, again, they're on the CT side, so it's a little bit more forgiving. But look at this Davenport. They are just playing this so slow, and it's even going to be switching now, just getting into Washam, getting a little bit of control, but they're really hesitating, it almost feels like.
Yeah, Jump Spot does see Switcher moving through the bathrooms area. Maybe calling back his teammates with 30 seconds on the clock. Molly's starting to be deployed, and Brazen have full short control at this rate. They're going to be able to stack up this A site, and Davenport University, with little utility to play with, have to just walk up and hope the fights come to them. Infinite around the site. Who's even looking out towards long? Nice dink landed there by Switcher, though, and that will escort in the play. The entries are gonna come through. Davenport pop into the site lightning fast, and that bomb plant should be able to come through mostly uncontested with Spec covering as well. Davenport University are gonna pick up their first round in their ESL Challenger League stint. There you go.
Oh. What better yet, too, right? I mean, it's the IGL Pugg just to get things opened up here in the site, and then you got Spec just to get the last two to finish things off, but Davenport, they take it with quite a bit of ease. It doesn't look like too much of a challenge, which is good for them. They can keep these rifles in the rotation, and now Brazen are going to be able to have an odd mixture of rifles and weapons available here, though. Fi and Rezu, I mean, you can never count him out with that scout. You can never, ever count him out.
Yeah, definitely a skilled player. He's picked up the AWP in his time. In fact, he does AWP for this Brazen team, believe it or not. I mean, well, now that you see him picking up the scout all the time, it might seem apparent. Not necessarily considered like a primary opera for the teams that he has played on as well. Back in, some people are gonna cry when I say this word, the Triumph days. I said it. I went that far. Too much nostalgia. But back during those days, he was more touted as quite a solid rifler for a lot of his units, and I mean he's picked up the secondary from time to time. But he's definitively a primary opera for this Brazen team.
It's a big role to take on, too, especially when, like you said, he's a secondary opera, so that does change things a little bit. But shouldn't be too much pressure for him, considering, like we said, the amounts of experience this Brazen team does have. Grape. Oh, wow. No! Oh, man, Pugg! He just, like, read that like a book. He's like, yeah, he's right here. Hang on. I'll get him. What smoke?
He just basically just was staring at him for a good 5 seconds through the smoke. And I love this. They're just so silent. They're moving everywhere, keeping Brazen guessing. Ready to line up this B play. Molly does actually land a good chunk of damage onto Spec, but that only reveals Danejoris' position. And trying to cross into 3 players. Infinite caught out in the open. And another fantastic late round entry here from Davenport University. The plant should come through. And very likely a save incoming unless someone does something miraculous. That isn't happening. And hey, Davenport University pick up another.
Yeah, now we're starting to see a little bit more comfort happening here from Davenport. And like we talked about how tight this match can really be. I mean, for Davenport, I mean, their CT and T side are essentially neck and neck. I mean, I think it's like a 0.2 difference when you talk about, T round win percentages. Whereas you look over for the side of Brazen, I mean, or for Brazen, sorry, they're a little bit stronger on the CT side. Just barely, though. By like 1%, I think.
There we go. Davenport University pick up just a very clean round. Again, they just find themselves that early advantage onto Pugg. They know they have that bathrooms control, and they know they can just work around the map as they please, and they just silently walk everywhere, and Brazen have no idea what hits them on that site. I just like a great way to play that 4v5. Not getting caught out, not getting multi-killed on, good trades. All around, it's solid from Davenport, and Brazen are going to have to bend the knee, take an eco. Davenport are gearing themselves up for a good lead to start off Overpass.
Yeah, Brazen only had the double M4s too, so even look at that. Polo takes some damage already from some of the utility. And Spec's already pushed all the way up in towards short B. So this is dangerous. If you can find something, a little bit of an opening, Brazen might put their attention on this. And you can already see some of the rotates happening through. The players are going to fall back through into middle. They're going to relieve that pressure, but I mean, they have to gamble something, right? With these USPs, they have to do something different.
Yeah, Brazen's always been these players in general are just known for their great individual ability. I mean, we saw it early on in the pistol round with Grape just sniping heads from dice. So, let's just say that the pistols can't do a little bit of damage. One gun becomes 2 as the USPs drop a couple, but that's only a hypothetical we're working with. It's a bathroom setup for Brazen, though. With Polo kind of serving as the bait, it's going to be a bit tough here for Davenport. Great flash, though. And Grape will fall. Still more threats flying, though.
I like this play from Brazen, though. This is a good setup. Utilizing the pistols, having the M4 there, but look at Spec. We talked about this. All this lurking. Now he's been able to get all the information in the world. It's a free site. Now the rotates are finally coming in, but Dane, he's a little bit too late to this party. Bomb's going to go down. I mean, they could try to contest this, but I mean, they want to keep these M4s alive as much as they can, and there you go. The USPs, they're dropping like flies, man.
Yeah, maybe hoping for a gun on the exit, but, well, losing his is Rizu. It's a risk, but maybe hoping a little too optimistic there. So Davenport gonna pick up this little eco round. Brazen, though, have yet to get out like a full purchase. It's kind of been mixed buys all across the board. A couple of MP9s here and there. Infinite has a little bit of a weird timing here. Pugg's gonna find him. But waiting for the full buy here from Brazen. We're gonna maybe see an AWP. Rizu doesn't really have enough to purchase one up, all things said. If he maybe held on to his rifle, unsure about that. I can point all the fingers that I want, but waiting for the full purchase up is Brazen, and we're gonna get a little bit of a more utility heavy purchase. That's finally what we're looking for this Brazen team to get up and running here on Overpass.
Yeah, I think this is a good call. I think going for the FAMAS and going that heavier utility, I like this a lot more, to be honest. I think that's going to be better for them, just to slow down any aggression here against Davenport. Already having Spec, he's already crossed into the main, and now Davenport waiting things out. Can we call this the first official gun round? You want to call it that? Even with FAMASes?
Sure.
FAMASes?
Gun.
How do you say?
Quotation marks. Sure.
Gun. The rifle gun.
It is a primary weapon, so I guess we'll call it that. I'm not going to contest that statement. There are FAMAS enjoyers. There's like some FAMAS wizards out there who just control the gun to their will. They're like,
I don't get it.
They're gun whisperers.
They really are. Like, how do you do it? I feel like when I get that thing's just all over the place.
It's a dud. Well, look, you can hit like headshots with it. Like, being get a body shot at like mid-range is actually insane, but like trying to hit body shots with that, it's the most painful experience. And well, hitting headshots, I guess, is going to be infinite. Finding Pugg, and a great re-aggression there from Brazen to find themselves a 4v5 with 40 seconds on the clock.
And Davenport right back to it, man. They have not really changed the pace too much. They just keep taking things slow. And Brazen now just waiting. They got that man advantage, like you said. Flash is coming in. Korn's going to try to lead this charge if he can, but oh, now this is problematic. This is so problematic. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. It's just Brazen all over the board.
Great hold on the site. Smokes obscuring, allowing them extra space to play around. Big duel, most importantly, won there by Grape onto that long lurk, allowing him to completely full focus onto the rest of the A play alongside his teammate in Rizu. But maybe not even doesn't even matter, because Rizu is able to collect absolutely on that play. Just being so late in the round and not quite having the amount of players that they so wanted. Maybe the couple trades missing in between there for Davenport, and Brazen are going to capitalize. Picking up their first gun round, but Davenport University are the first team to bring out an op in this affair.
First time we've seen it. CoJo needs to get something moving with this thing. We've seen some games where he gets it going right away, or there's I think it was one of the, frag games that we captured, or one of the qualifiers, where he just wasn't able to have any luck in the world until near the end of the game, so we'll have to see what he can do with this one. Definitely
has potential, though, as an opper. He has some flair to his opping style, that's for sure. Just has to be in the element. And we'll see. He gets the post up very close on the shot, almost taking down that jump spotting player in Rizu. But no dice. And so we still sit 5 on 5 with the minute on the clock. Gosh, these rounds are playing out so hesitantly here by Davenport. So patient, perhaps. They're going to walk into Grape.
Man, Grape's by himself. He doesn't really have that trade. I mean, it is going to be Resu on the other side. Grape finds a little bit of damage. Oh my goodness! He goes for the swing, but it's going to be an immediate trade back. Brazen trying to make a response back and getting themselves an advantage, but it won't be done yet.
CoJoMo has Rizu pinned on the site, and then they try to re-aggress. He could find the double, potentially needs to hit the flick, but no, Infinite will clean house. In the meantime, though, you can see Spec, again, these B lurks, and he'll find success on Danejoris. B site open for business. The bomb will be escorted in, and Spec has opened up the round, and he'll find Infinite to boot. Spec doing all the work here for Davenport University, and a 1v3 for Rizu is going to call in the save. Great map control, taken here by Davenport, and they'll pick up this one.
But we got to look at this too, Fi. I mean, we're seeing that Spec. I feel like out of all these rounds, we've seen him more than half of the time. He's just lurking towards B, and then all of a sudden, he just gets a vacant site, and he's able to grab it for free pretty much, catching somebody on the rotate, and that's huge for Davenport because, again, with Overpass, it's kind of easy to go for those quick rotates. You can kind of make a change in the decision-making if you need to.
He's gotten to do it like 2-3 times now as well. On this B site. Sure, I think the first time he did it was on one of these ecos, but he's had a overall just great map awareness on the play, and picking up Davenport these much needed T side rounds and Overpass. I think some people are tricked into picking Overpass, but you have to start on this T side, and so always gets a little bit difficult. When you do start on that T side, you can start bleeding rounds very early. Even when they lost the pistol, right? They lost the pistol to start off this game. They picked themselves up 4 gun rounds, and they're laughing to the bank. Davenport is calling in a timeout here. Maybe just try to reorganize, find a new game plan. Of course, Spec can only walk onto that B site so many times.
Yeah, I think they're going to need to change that game plan. But I don't mind this call like this early in the first half. Where I mean, we're in round 8, and I mean they kind of are in a position where they should know that Brazen are kind of on that light purchase, right? I mean, you can see pretty much everybody else except for Rizu, of course, is the only one that obtains a rifle. So they have to be careful on this one. So I'm kind of thinking that Pugg, wanted some time, talk to the coach, kind of, just, reiterate some communications, make sure they don't make this one slip, because this is a pretty critical round if they lost this.
See what Rizu can do. He's playing very actively on this A side at the moment. While Davenport University, it's a very classic anti-eco strat to just gun it up A long. 3 players, there's not much the USPs and the pistols can do at long range, so they'll take that free real estate, may I say. Move on in. It's Rizu inside of the connector, though. That's going to be your ace in the hole. He's going to be able to move out, crossing into the open, and he'll find the kill combined with Grape onto Corn. Big kill there. Much needed kill there for Brazen on this eco round.
I like the change of pace, though. That's perfect. Utilize that M4. That's what we wanted to see. Taking down Corn. A little bit of a faster pace now, but look at this. Even Pugg, he's going to push down long A. Grouped up with his teammates. Switcher going to be close on by. Now it's going to be the 3 of them having the split. Now Spec on short.
Oh, boy.
Oh, look at this flank, too. They might be able to find that one kill. They could maybe find Spec.
If Rizu finds a kill here, if he takes down Spec, this is going to be a massive one. And shoulder spotted and finds the frag. Rizu, a second huge kill for this game. And now the long execute coming through. And Grape even finds one on the P250. This eco round is looking to be converted as the flank starts to ring out here from Infinite. Bells being rung everywhere. And even wall bangs from Polo. Just Rizu here. Just 1 bullet apiece is all he needs to clean up this round. And that he will do. Lines them up for a 4K and an eco round victory for Brazen.
Oh man, I think we were just able to capture it. You could see the op, it just slipped away from the fingers. What a pickup that would have been, but my god, a 4K. We talked about, yeah, just pistols, 1 M4, what can they do? Well, apparently, Rizu, he wants to get himself a quad, get himself back to a tie game, and I talked about the importance of that last round just because Davenport, they gave up so much in terms of their money situation, in terms of just having the control, the momentum, so now, yeah, they got enough for another gun round, but that is just too costly at this stage of the game.
Yeah, this is where Brazen can really start to run up their set of rounds with the Davenport economy on its knees. We'll see what they do have cooking up. It's much less active setup. That's because Rizu finally has an AWP to work with. More or less a classic monster setup along with the long side. Lots of traps being set here for this Davenport team by Brazen. I don't want to walk into any of them.
Nah, I don't think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah, personally, I don't like walking into traps. I'm not sure about you. That's just a
trap.
Sometimes it just, just happens that way, but we all make some mistakes. This could be one of them. Switcher, gonna get destroyed by Grape. Instantless swing combined with Danejoris, and hey, they walked into the trap, believe it or not. Both setups get tested and both pass with flying colors here for Brazen. They're gonna be able to cross onto this A site though. They find the weakness in the setup for Davenport, which should allow for a plant. But with Pugg trying to get, his hand stuck in the cookie jar there, it's now CoJo and Corn, and now just Corn in a 1v5. Not a great test for your first game in ECL, and he's not quite gonna pass it, as many haven't, let's be honest. But a bomb plant nevertheless for Davenport, but a round victory, a flawless one for Brazen, that's what they're talking about. 5-4.
Yeah, we're starting to see Brazen. They're playing a lot more of that buddy system, right? Like, even the double players down long A, they go for that fight. Looking a little bit more, I don't know if I want to say confidence, just a little bit, that timeout almost looks like it worked out better for them in a way, but Davenport now have to go for the save, so we'll probably just see some Tech 9s and P2s. We saw before they didn't have any utility, but Pugg, he's going to load up. Look at that utility belt, man. That thing is equipped.
Ready to just maybe escort this sort of A play? We're gonna get it. We're getting an old NA classic, aren't we? 5 Tech 9s and calm, baby. Let's hit it. Already making their way up towards the steps, and well, Rizu senses, here's like a thundering in the distance. The stampede is on the way, and he's gonna fall back into the site. Polo here to hold as well. Utility in hand, however, needs to readjust this. Now reinforcements have arrived here for Brazen. I'm not sure how these Tech 9s are gonna fare with 3 players on the site, but a good entry there. And Rizu still battling out from Bank, but he finds 3 kills. The op just systematically shot after shot. And a 1v4 for Corn, not gonna happen. That's Brazen up to 6.
Woo-wee! Multi-kills all over the place here for Brazen. And we're going to get another timeout that's coming in from the Davenport University side. This is their second timeout now in this first half. They have enough money that they can get the rifles on the board. Pugg going to be, possibly just having the Galil just to preserve for that utility. But we haven't really seen, like, any B pops yet. We haven't seen a lot of those, executes towards that site. It's early on. I mean, it was Spec kind of just lurking and getting a free site. So I wonder, maybe that's the game plan.
Sounded like it hurt. Fell with a thud right there. Nah, he's back. We're good to go. Davenport University. All right, let's see if they can at least bounce back from these last couple of rounds. I think no one's really truly been able to get activated on this DU side other than Spec. We're looking for another individual to turn up and be able to match what Brazen has to offer in such experienced players in this NA space. So Rizu taking a peek. No one crossing. Yeah, not even afraid of the potential playground possibility. Behind the smoke, Corn and Polo looking to meet. Curtain's about to lift. It's showtime here, but Corn, is he gonna check it? He will, and Polo will go down. Opening kill there, just a straight 1v1 fight, and Davenport are victorious.
I can't believe he still won that. Look at Grape, though. Just investigating. All the intel.
Wow, look at this, though, from CoJo.
Yeah, he has the bomb, too, but he's got the better position for sure, but anything's possible.
I think Davenport University, they have a thought in the back of their mind. They probably know that a player is pushed up into Park, so they're actually walking up connector right underneath Grape's nose.
And then Spec.
And they're just going to walk up to the A site. What, Grape? Oh, he could pick his timing right, but he's a little behind the play is the problem. Grape is not going to have any impact on this round, and Spec has actually spotted him out. What a great read of a round here from Davenport. No question about it.
That was like 500 IQ. So now it's going to be relying how much more can they do, and that's going to be Swisher. And now Corn even able to find themselves one each, and Rizzy's going to have to save that off, but nope, you're not doing it, because that's going to be done, and Pugg, he's one round away here from tying things up, but Davenport, I mean, strategically a beautiful round.
Juicy round.
I don't, like, that is so big, like, the fact that they're aware of that and then go through connector, it's like such a big detail that just turned that round all the way around. That round all the way around. There we go. brain computing.
I think for the side of Davenport, they kind of recognize in the 4v5s, like, Brazen probably have made an aggressive play somewhere on the map. And they made the right guess. Good play there from Davenport. This time a bit more of a fast-paced play. They've been slow grinding so many of these rounds, and they're going to brute force their way into the short side, and HG grenades go everywhere. As they will fight for this piece of map control, and Infinite might just have to hand that one right on over to them. In the meantime, though, Danejoris, that's just straight spam through the smoke, and heavy hitter Spec is down.
That's a big kill, too. Not even just for the man advantage. I mean, Spec's been a top performer, like you said. Now Infinite, look at this. Oh, no, but his feet are overexposed, and there it is. But Danejoris able to clean things up. Oh, did he miss that smoke?
Oh, maybe he did, and that could cost him. That gives them an avenue to walk in through Monster. They're still down in players. CoJoMo may be in charge to find one back. Rizu forced off the angle so they get a little bit of space in the site. But Danejoris, massive off angle. Huge shot, though, from Switcher. And maybe Korn as well, adding to it. Can Switcher pull up with a clutch? He can't, as Polo will take him down at the end. 7-5 for Brazen, but still a decent effort there from Davenport.
Yeah, I think that's one of the first times we've seen like a B hit, like a B execute that they tried to go for that site. And it got nitty gritty, man. It got pretty close, but Brazen now got themselves a 2-round lead. Op's going to still be in possession. No op here for Davenport. It's going to be 5 AKs across. What do we see differently now? 5? I mean, we've seen a lot of slow, methodical rounds. Do we see a change in pace at this almost last iteration of the first half?
Thinking, I've already seen the tempo change here from Davenport University. They've trying to force this map controls, trying to take some early fights with Brazen so far. For now, though, it's Brazen who don't really want to fight. They're kind of just leaning back on their haunches here. More or less just waiting, playing very far back, not really fighting for this map control. Kind of letting Davenport University do their thing.
You got that 3-player setup towards B here from Brazen. And again, Davenport just kind of spread all over the map. Looking for a pick. Where is that op? I think that's actually leaned on towards B. There it is.
It's holding this angle, denying Monster. Allows for a third rotate to actually get up to this A site. As this execute is gearing up to come through. Switcher. European import looking to make a play through the smoke. Grape crosshairs basically right on top of him, and he'll win the fight. Opening goes the way of Brazen. They're on the site, though, and Grape again delivers another. Smoke's obscuring, though, maybe giving them some space to wrap on around and make it quite claustrophobic here for Polo, who's trying to deny this plant, but he's going to get spammed through the smoke instead, and the double entry actually comes through. They overextend. They were frothing at the mouth, but boy, are they punished for it. It's a 2v3. Rizu retaken with the op, almost flicks onto Spec, but it'll get it done. Danejoris in the 1v3 finds the first, but they can just play it this time, or they can play these crossfires. You can see Spec heading over towards Bank, and Danejoris, the task becomes quite unenviable. This will make the push on through. Has to just turn his back, clear every angle, and CoJoMo will deliver on the frag. Davenport University. Man, you're just like stalling out. You think they're gonna go, and then you think they're not, and then you're dragged right back into the execute. They get the round.
And I swear, man, Davenport, they like to play these situations where they're down in numbers, and then all of a sudden they just pick up like a 1, 2, and 3, and it's right back to a ball game. And there we go. CoJo's gonna have the op picked up. That was courtesy of Spec. Now round number 14, and then we're gonna have Brazen on the save.
Ow.
A little bit of a knife, damage against him too. A little bit of a buffer.
Oh, okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. What is happening?
That's a dunk of a grenade going back and forth. Playing a game of Battleship right now. I don't know why people ever enjoyed that game, by the way.
Why they did or why they don't?
Why they do. I find that such like an uninteractive game. Literally just RNG.
Oh, no. Well, Fi. Later on, we'll have a story.
You know, I kind of take that back because I'm also like a trading card game player, and that's yeah, that really is RNG.
Yeah, there you go.
Right?
I didn't want to go there, but I was like, maybe I'll go there.
Sure. Heading up long right now for Davenport on, again, old El Clasico anti-eco strat, and 2 players sucked out towards the map. Somehow Grape finds a kill there. But, though that win streak will end pretty darn quickly. 2 more pistols remain. And Switcher looking to maybe pick this one up. Spec, to be honest, he could have brought out the cutlery for that one, but Switcher will close it down, and we're seeing a pretty even T-side half for Davenport. If you're Koi watching over your team right now, you'd definitely be happy watching the scoreline right now.
Yeah, a lot of Davenport fans in the chat that I saw. So I mean, if you're cheering for DU right now, I mean, this is a great, little bit of a game. I mean, they had a slow start, but now they brought it back to a tie game, and Brazen do call the pause, and they're trying to make sure they can get everything in their power to get that. Oh, it's a tech. Oh, well, never mind. Then Jacob ruined it for me. Either way, I'm just kidding.
Telling us the facts, unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm trying to prove a point here, but it's okay. But at least the ops out from both sides. This is important because if Davenport do win this half, I mean, that's a huge victory because again, like they had a pretty big deficit at the beginning, but they've been able to claw themselves back.
Get into the void. There we go. Back to it. Yeah, a little bit of a technical pause. Throughout this game, though, I think, I've seen Spec deliver. Pugg has had a couple of really impactful opening kills, especially in towards the bathrooms end of things. And I mean, the most memorable thing I've seen so far from Davenport, though, is their side executes are so well coordinated. It feels like these frags just go 1, 2, 3, and, Brazen really don't have time to react when it comes to these site plays. So that's honestly the most reputable part that I've seen of this Davenport overpass.
Yeah, it's a really good point because it almost, like you always want to have a system, for executes, but it really does look like, for Davenport, it's just dialed in. Like everybody knows what they're supposed to do and the amount of trust they have in their teammates too, because that is the difference, right? When you've been a team together for quite some time, that's where you can notice those little details. Like they're never hesitating to clear a particular corner because they know their teammate's going to cover that. That's part of the execute. That's part of the system. So that's what's exciting to see from this group. And you said it before. I'll say it again. It's the first collegiate team ever. They made history.
Yeah.
Man. NA history.
This is already a great T-side of Overpass against a team that are, I said it again, Rizu has had over 10 seasons of Challenger League. Just dating back to just ages ago. 2018 is ages ago. I know. But like 2018, 2019, this was his stomping ground. Shoot, for people who remember the Rugrats. He's been around forever. Infinite honestly has been a staple NA player. So, it's cool to see Davenport University doing so well. If you didn't notice already, we're in the bit of a technical pause in the middle of one. That is, and seems like we're going to be extending this one a little bit longer than we'd like to. So we're going to go ahead and throw this one to a bit of a break. The final round of the half coming up.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Alrighty, folks, we're back in final round of the half, going live. Hope you didn't miss us for too long, and, well, maybe he wanted to stay back in the break there for CoJo. He cops a 59 damage grenade to start off the final round of the half. It's fine, lads. And we're getting a fast play out of Davenport. I'm already liking this change of tempo.
I love this change of tempo. Look at how fast they're going into the site now. So Danejoris, he's in some tready waters, and he's going to have to get himself out of this. Davenport, they're really hesitating. They're looking for something, but finally, they're slowly making the way, and there it is. That's going to be the first kill. That's big.
Yep, and then the double entry even comes through with Corn trading out effectively. Again, these Davenport T-side executes have looked, for the most part, when they manage their utility well, pretty darn awesome. Man advantage and some, but how about the retake? Brazen do have something to say in this one. Corn, though, has gotten underneath heaven. It's a very risky angle, however. Flash in, Rizu. Hoping for a fight, but Switcher's going to be able to drop Grape, and now it's a one-dimensional take. A fantastic shot, though, out of Rizu, but Switcher looking to mop him up alongside CoJo, and that they will. It's Davenport University picking up the lead at halftime. Well, if you guys like breaks, don't worry. The tech plus the halftime one got you covered. We're into half number 2, though, and Davenport University got the lead on the T side, and now they get onto the CT side of Overpass. Many think it's a lot more comfortable side for a lot of teams, so can Davenport close it out? Can this be their first match in ECL history for a collegiate team? That would be something. I'm Fi, and how you doing, Laz?
I'm doing good, Fi.
Thank you. Good to know that.
I'm glad you're doing well, too.
I'm doing amazing. Davenport could also be doing amazing with that start. Clotheslined is infinite to kick off this pistol, and everyone's shift walking everywhere, but that one breaks the silence.
Man, there's a lot of respect in the server right now, hey? Like, I mean, they are just, everybody's just holding shift. They're like, yeah, I don't know what we want to do. There's a lot of thinking on this one. Ooh. Oh, but Brazen, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. They're going for it. They're going for the execute.
I think Switcher can hit this shot.
Oh, he's going to hit it.
Ooh.
He's got to hit it. Maybe not.
Went on the mark. do get past, and they actually do get a plant, and all of a sudden, Brazen get a much higher chance at this round as actually it swings back to equals here in the post plant. So many shots, just no headshots, unfortunately, for the Davenport side, but Armorless is Polo Hill go down, and now they start to ring out as Davenport clean the site. Everyone just finding a kill for Davenport. It's well, not quite a team ace, but everyone gets a piece of the pie. Davenport picked up the pistol.
We talked about the system here too for Davenport, and that was kind of a good example of it. I mean, you blink an eye and bam, Davenport's just all over the board. But a good reaction. Swisher did have a lot of pressure to hit that shot. Not an easy shot, you know. We got to talk about that. I mean, you got the high ground, sure, but it's difficult. And the repercussion was the bomb going down. So for Brazen, at least they can get those rifles, and they actually are going to force up there. So they're going to have the Galils with that AK here for Uzu. So that's a lot here. They want to bring this thing back quickly.
Spy in, of course, and sometimes T-side 4 spies just feel unfair. It's more powerful rifles, and with individuals like on Brazen's team, this could be deadly. CoJo with the AUG of all weapons, trying to take the fight, and he'll fall instantly as Infinite transfers onto 2. A-site looking to be open for business. It's only Pugg who can hold. He's gonna run straight through the molly and try and take this fight, but he goes down so darn low. 3v4 here, Pugg. Oh, they're just playing with them at this rate for Brazen. But dinked up, Swisher almost goes down. Pugg will get the refrag though. And now they begin to rotate back to B, where Korn almost finds a double kill. Could have been so massive, but now Rizu can just clean up the rest of these low HP players. It's only Pugg up top, and that Rizu is going to do that cleanup. It's a 4-spy victory for Brazen.
Well, high risk, high reward, and yeah, it works out. Brazen, they pick it up, and like you said, the experienced players on this roster get the job done. So now Davenport, right at it again. They're going to have to just convert to pistols. They do have a scout here for Pugg. I'm a little surprised that Pugg went for it, but he'll do it. And he's going to go by himself down long A, and it's going to be pretty much a 3-2 setup here. So pretty basic, but I'm curious why Pugg is the scout, though. Any thoughts?
I think he's always, for some reason when I've seen this team, he's always picked it up. It's not that he's like the op or anything, but he's... Sometimes, you know, that's like the Stewie 2K effect, where some riflers are incredibly good with the scout. There's also, I think, oppers are also pretty good with the scout. That's just a me thing. I'm not sure.
You think?
they both have scopes. I hope so.
Good control from Spec, though. Like, the fact he's already pushed down connector like this. They're expecting it. Oh, man, he almost gets that kill. That could have been good just for them to at least start something, but he's wounded Polo. He's down to 12.
5-7 and a dream. Dude, 20 bullets in this thing's mag, which just feels unreal. And that can one-shot up close at range, so I'm not going to write this round off just yet. Pugg, a couple scout tags could go definitely a long way. He just needs to spot the players first, and there you go. Tagging down Infinite and actually finds the kill, goes for the re-swing. And Pugg will bring it right on back.
Do they expect CoJo here, though? Do they clear this? Because, I mean, if they don't, I mean, like you said, a 5-7 with that many bullets and the rate of fire, he could get himself an easy multi-kill round.
Joris, he seems aware. All the timing couldn't be worse for CoJo to swing out. It's a flying MAC-10. And Pugg mollied out of position. Not going to have any impact on this one anymore. Wonder here for Davenport if you even consider throwing yourself at the wall.
I mean, I don't think there's any point, though. I mean, they got the armor on the 2 players. You got the scout. Convert that into the next. But the HP's low. I mean, even Dane, he's down to 42.
Yeah.
Polo's still at 12. But they know that at least one of them is wounded.
Yeah, CoJo needed at least one there to maybe slow them down just a bit and get the rotates there in time before, you know, all the smokes and mollies roll on through. Unfortunate, but it is going to be Brazen. Off the back of their forced by victory, they will deal with Davenport's. I'm excited to see where Switcher is going to be playing on this unit as well. He's been more of that, like, pack rifler. He's kind of like playing on that extremity as well. He's kind of walking up A long a lot on that T side. Makes me wonder where you know, this different perspective that Davenport University is bringing is going to show up on the server here and on the CT side. To try and close out their map pick, no less.
Yeah, it is their map pick, and this would be, like you said, this would be a huge victory for them, and a lot of pressure in this best of 3 because this is the one map that's neck and neck, and the second being Mirage. I mean, oh man, if you're a Brazen fan, I mean, you'd be excited because they're just unstoppable on it.
He's holding this little thread angle back. He's not going to get a kill, but he will get info. In the meantime, it's going to be a pretty simple B-side play, and no one's really actually on the site to contest. Spec gets dealt with. He deals some damage, but damage is not what you want in this game. You need kills, you need guns to steal. You should be able to get this plant all said and done. Danejoris hunting for some extra dollary dues on the way out of this one. We're gonna see Brazen take the lead here once they get that bomb down.
Ooh, Lowe's looking good. Swisher was trying to find something.
No way he survives this, right? No. He's not.
He can
No
do it.
way.
He can do it. Oh, okay, there we go.
The whole team's after him.
Hey man, it's a Mac 10. Never count somebody out with a Mac 10. All right, there you go. Sorry, Kojo. A little bit of backstab.
This could actually work. Oh no. Polo is low. Oh dear. That was the best opportunity to take a gun away right there. Switcher heard all the pin throws, thought he had a pre-fire running, but not today. Gun round finally here, and it's CoJoMo on a glass cannon AWP. This is going to be exciting.
This is very exciting too. We only got to see him a few times out of that op, but this is the first obviously in the CT side. Brazen now taking the lead. They're just going to keep the 5 rifles. Polo with the Galil. Love seeing a good Galil. Some good aggression coming in from Spec. He's actually going to push all the way up. Danejoris lining up for the molly. But look at how far Kojo's pushed up. This is good control here from Davenport.
Such a weird boost.
Oh, that's neat.
Trying to move it on over. There might have been a time where they could have found Grape moving up. No dice. It's short control for Brazen, and Spec, dangerous game. Danejoris almost takes out his legs from underneath him. But it's damage and pressure. That's all it is.
Back to a reset now too, Brazen. They're going to fall on back. They're regrouping together. Bomb going to transfer. So she's able to find that first kill, but immediately taken down. AK going to be picked up one more time here from Bolo. Bomb's now made its new travel destination towards middle. Just leaving Polo by himself, kind of being that little bit of a decoy. The noisemaker, maybe. Don't want to call him a decoy. It's not very nice.
I mean, you're not too wrong, but I wouldn't default to that, you know. Defaulting to the A site though. Brazen, 25 seconds on the clock, and they're gonna bring this execute to bear here. It is Spec, but it's only the dink. But what about the op and the nade follow-up from Davenport? That's 2 right back. And then Pugg activates on the flank. They had the complete setup to deal with this A play. But now it's Polo, and man, is he a fragger. With 8 seconds on the clock, though, he has to get the bomb and get it planted. He's just going to get run down by Pugg and Kojo. And that will be the first gun round for Davenport.
And you can even see, too, Kojo brought out the USP. He was making all that noise, so it made it even more difficult. And Pugg and him were just communicating that beautifully. Because even if Pugg would have gotten killed, Kojo theoretically should have gotten that kill. It would have been a lot closer than it should have been. But Davenport, they pick up that 20th round, bringing it back to a tie game. Op's still going to be into play. The glass cannon, no more. And now the op here for Rezu as well. So we got ourselves a little V-duel.
Oh, there's certain potential there, but barrage of utility is going to force away CoJoMo. No opening kill today. Davenport University. You know, they like maybe taking this early contest, but they don't want to stick around for too long.
We see they go, you know, like you said, a lot of utility being burned, but then they just fall right back into these sites. Look at how far back Brazen's playing too. Checking every single corner. Slowly fighting for that map control. So both teams have been able to do this on their T sides so far.
Whereas CoJoMo's op is still very much live on the A site, and Brazen are expending a lot of their utility. Only 2 smokes and a molly and a handful of flashes to take the site, but oh my, this is perfection. Flashing through, making noise, and Grape has no idea what's hit him. They've just cleared out all the B site, and now they can queue up the rotates to A. Spec, front bathroom, so he wants a fight. And he will get it. Infinite trying to look behind him towards his teammates. He runs out of ammo and goes down. A perfect flashbang to follow up, but Dane Wild Blind still gets it done. It's Pugg playing behind these smokes, though, with 20 seconds on the clock. He can deny it all.
3 players.
Just to finish off this round, Pugg. Zillow gets destroyed. Couldn't get the kills quick enough, and they start to drop like flies. It's only Corn on the site. Famas in hand, and he gets entry'd on. Now it's only Switcher coming up, but they're planting in the open. They're planting in the open. He stopped the plant. He's got it. Time on the clock. Rizu gets it, and he'll plant back dice. A 1v1 for the new boy on the block. To break the deadlock here on Overpass. He holds the angle, but Rizu on 1 HP. A 1v1 and 11 for Brazen.
Oh my god. You could see Davenport just ready in that site. They had 3 players. 3 players that were waiting for that attack. They just get a little overzealous and they lose every duel. And Brazen, they just capitalize on it. They bring it down to a 1v1, but a big mistake that happens against the University squad now, and they're going to get punished with an eco round. They're just going to have to just put some pistols, but what an unfortunate turn of events.
I mean, now it's gonna get into very difficult standings with might be coming up on miracle rounds needed for Davenport, because their economy's never gonna get off the ground. They're never gonna get these ops back out in CoJoMo's hands, nor the utility to make any sort of concerted effort for map control. Are in a very dangerous state of affairs. That 1v1 means everything for Brazen. This is a little interesting play, though. Push out through the short pipe. Grape is watching for this. They're hunting for the kills here, but boy, there's the whole T side awaiting them. High-low setup being played, and only 1 kill comes in for Switcher. What a shot there by Grape. And it's just Pugg here. Playing the old classic angle. I think he's good for a kill here. This could happen.
This easily could happen. I don't think they're expecting it too with that many people. No, never mind, squashed.
You shouldn't have said anything.
Well, I was thinking, like, you know, they got 3 kills. They're like, yeah, surely nobody else is here, right? But that's good. You know, checking your corners.
A little suspicious, perhaps.
A little sus.
Like, you didn't have to take it that far.
No, well, you gotta, you know.
Spec. Looking for a deagle headshot. He's good for it. Not even the headshot necessary. It'll be the body. A gun stolen. Some damage dealt. I mean, it could tee up one of these next rounds. Spec is actually becoming a crazy problem right now. He will get flanked by Infinite, and that will finish the round. Actually, Danejoris got the kill from short. Never mind me. But 12 to 10. Brazen. They're enjoying it. And Davenport University, all of a sudden, their backs are getting closer and closer to the wall.
Yeah, they don't even have enough money to go for this op, too. So, I mean, CoJoMo's going to just have to rifle up. Utility's not the greatest that we see. I mean, they got the 5 smokes, 3 mollies, but it's not bad. You know, it's good, but it ain't, like, the best. We've seen better. Oh, cheeky little drop of the smoke. Spec going to go for the mid control. Gonna fight right into the playground. Look at this already. Okay.
Bold position.
I like this.
Quite the bold positioning here from Spec, and he's not gonna get seen. Jump spot? He didn't see him. He doesn't know that he hasn't been seen, though. Rizu. He scoped in. Vision obscured. Oh, Spec, though. Flashbang in, and what a wonderful one it is onto CoJo. Spec still playing around it. Spots multiple players. The info massive Pugg needs to convert these kills, trying to get away and take the fight against Dane, but he does fall, and Corn can't trade. This becomes so weird. 3v3, and Corn just kind of marooned on long while he's getting wrapped up in towards bathrooms, and Davenport scramble for position.
Yeah, look at CoJo, too. He's playing on the short. Oh, but he gets spotted, and Infinite gets a nice shot right in the corner of the wall. Now Corn, he's going to have to do something miraculous, and he's only able to find one. It might be enough time here, Swisher. He's slowly getting there for Corn. Now he's just going to get overwhelmed.
Oh, man. Now the EU import back into clutch. On the site, they think he's flanking, though, and no, he goes down so low, he can't hit the shot on the Dane. And another heartbreaking round for Davenport, and Brazen extend their lead, 13-10.
It'll be another save. I mean, this is going to be the light pistols that come in again for Davenport. And it is going to be a timeout that is coming through, so the Coach Koi, is going to talk things over. The tension is high, and now Brazen have put themselves in a 3-round lead. It's just starting to crumble ever since that we saw that. What was that, like a... What was that round, a 4v2?
Yeah, that round where they had everything on the A site and the flanks going for them. Went down to that 1v1 on Rizu on 1 HP. That was the back-breaking round, and we're kind of seeing the aftermath right here. Again, another close round right there for Davenport. I think they had good positioning. They had a good idea, but couldn't quite execute it in the way that Brazen wanted to. You know, just fiery headshots coming in from Infinite out towards bathrooms, and Davenport just couldn't compete there. And back to an eco. Back to kind of the desperation mode of needing these miracle rounds to get back in the game. Spec. He's good, is he? That good, not quite. No headshot. And that won't be the frag on Infinite, so Davenport fall early on. I mean, there's always still a chance, but it doesn't get much more likely, unfortunately.
Yeah, even Swisher now being this low. It's tough with losing in that one player, so now their composition's going to change a little bit. Brazen, they got lots of time. This has got a minute left. What do you do if you are Davenport? They're going to have to rely on a miracle, I think, at this point now, Fi.
Yeah. Some insane headshot at long range. CoJoMo doesn't see anything on the jump spot, and little does he know, 4 players are walking up right behind him. 1 P250. He starts to hear the footsteps. It might draw a peek out. Dane. Oh, he's gonna clear it. Headshot connects. Utility goes on through, stopping the rotators, or at least trying to stop the rotators. Corn trying to pose a problem, but I think this round is all said and done here, Laz. Nice headshot, though.
Yeah, and he looked in an uncomfortable position, too. Nice shot, though. And Swisher can find this, you know, I can start to believe. Pugg with another.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
They're cool. Right. They look nice. I mean, maybe... Oh, is Corn gonna thieve the gun? Oh, he's not. He's gonna go for kills instead. Not gonna happen as Polo and Grape just swing out and bop the last 2. 14-10 as Brazen have just run a streak of at least 5 rounds.
Yeah, I believe it is 5 rounds in a row now we've seen, and this is it. This is the moment we've been waiting for. I mean, this is for Davenport to keep themselves alive. I mean, this is just to get themselves back into a tie game kind of a situation. It's not match point yet, but I mean, this is where we talk about money and the funds. Everything's spent.
This is it, and I mean, it's been kind of another colder map for some of the Davenport individuals that we've been hyping up. Switcher not quite delivering in the same way that Spec and Pugg have been able to. Especially Pugg so far, this map was delivering on that T side especially. Maybe trying to get something good. I mean, at least they have the utility damage on their side. That could help.
Need that utility. I definitely agree with you. I think we haven't seen some of the players that we wanted to see from Davenport kind of shine so far, but this is only the first map. Oh, Spec. Oh, my. Oh, Spec. No, no, no. You need to get out of here.
Oh, there's 4 players around that corner. He went for the swing. Even then, more utility damage. Another good AG, putting Rizu down to 9. They could probably be happy and actually get out of dodge. Spec leaving the scene. Switcher actually wants the fight. Respect on that. Either way, Brazen beginning to press on the map. 30 seconds though, lads. This is starting to run down to the wire for Brazen. This is where Davenport have done so well this game.
Oh no, but Specky plays a different position. Puggy gets a bit more aggressive. Swisher now gonna have to hold this down by himself for the time being. His teammates are here now. And no time to mess around. 17 seconds. Look at this Brazen. They're just coming in. They need to get into the site.
Switcher gonna swing out for the trade. Back
That's the
to
ball
Dice.
down.
Now looking for the extras, but no. Grape on the entry. It's CoJo though, finding one from Bank, and then Korn.
That's it.
To shut down the round. Rizu on 9 HP had no real say in how that unfolded, and Davenport University win a very, very important one.
That's so important too. And I mean, we've seen this in countless ECL seasons, is when we see those, you know, the timer going down that low, a lot of mistakes can happen. Things can fumble quickly. Brazen looked good getting in at the time, but even Davenport, they were just holding their ground. They weren't over peaking when they didn't need to, and they played the clock, and that's what you need to do in those kind of situations. Those late round executes like that, you have to make sure you can stay alive and just deny that bomb. And we can see that. I can't remember who it was, but as soon as that bomb dropped, I mean, that was a done deal.
Oh, did Spec get spotted? I'm not sure. Yeah, he did. Infinite just waiting for it like a hawk. And Spec just gets knocked out instantly. Pugg trying for something out from the fountain. It's a good flash, but... And there it is, a good frag. A double dink landed on the Danejoris to shut him out of the round and bring it back to a 4-on-4.
I love the re-aggression that we see from Pugg. We talked about the FAMAS, you know, like, does it get headshots? Yeah, I guess it does. And there we go, back to the 4-on-4. Korn now going to be holding this tight angle. Just outside of Monster, grouped up with his teammate. New European. Brazen. Hesitating on the smoke. Okay, there we go. False alarm.
Oh, but Korn. Left side of Monster, but Switcher goes down. Now it's only Korn, but a big kill onto the Opper. It's a 2-for-2. That allows the rotates to get themselves into position. CoJo gets here, but they're not committing to this play.
This is a tough situation for Davenport. I mean, it's a 2v2, and I mean, Brazen, they're going to go as a unit to hit a site, but it's about mattering who can stop it, who can be the big anchor here for the CT side. And it's already looking now like the bomb wants to make its way through middle towards A, so that's going to be CoJoMo. Going to get tested.
He just has no info. He's so paranoid that people could come through Bank. Now the molly goes through CoJo. Is he going to try for the fight? It might be the best opportunity. Now that this bomb gets planted, things get difficult. CoJo is posted up inside a Bank Infinite. Wondering if he heard the scope in. He might have just. Infinite up so close. CoJoMo is going to require a no-scope here. He actually hits the tag on an Infinite. Infinite starting to panic now out towards Bank. Time beginning to tick, though, for the CTs as well. And now, who's really panicking? Pugg now gets to maybe say something, but the kill doesn't come through on the Infinite. He's running out of ammo.
Oh my God!
Pugg, what a round on the FAMAS, no less. A huge three-piece, and Davenport are clawing themselves back in the game.
How do they do it? They just get it by the skin of their teeth. And Pugg comes alive with the FAMAS. We talk so much about it. And they just keep themselves alive. The clutch situation, the IGL, putting himself at 24 kills. It's a thing of beauty, Fi.
You know, could Davenport University get a lot of some flack for just not having the firepower of a lot of these other NA teams, but Pugg has stepped up to the plate today. Matching Grape, who in himself is just a headshot machine, been a headshot machine, and then CoJoMo is gonna open up. A new breath of fresh air for Davenport.
Oh, that's got to get the fire going here for Davenport. Oh,
literally get the fire going.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is close. That's a little too close for comfort.
Oh, and CoJoMo again. Snipes another, a headshot no less. That is, that gets to the satisfying points. Another Deagle headshot though. Can't go without one at least. One parting gift there from Brazen. But Davenport are back, man.
Yeah, this is an easy situation for Davenport to put themselves back into bringing this thing right back to a 14-14. Assuming they don't give Danejoris all the room in the world. Oh,
Oh my god.
Oh. Oh, no.
Oh my,
no.
what?
Oh,
no, 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 no. This is a 1v5.
please, no.
This is a literal 1v5. He's turning 1v2 in 40 seconds on the clock.
Oh, we talked about discipline and Davenport over-peaking this, realizing, yeah, it's just a deagle. What's the worst that can happen?
So much
I'll
financial
tell ya.
damage. It's so much financial damage that Davenport cannot afford. Look at their coffers right now. That last round came down to a 1v1. It doesn't matter if Davenport win this round. I mean, Danejoris is armorless, yes. The damage is already done. Dane could just sink a knife into this one, but planting in the backside, out in the open, CoJo's gonna get it, but Dane is making them sweat right now, dude.
Man, I'm sweating from that. That was nuts. You never see that. And we saw so much composure, and like I said, I mean, just a little bit of a miscommunication. The positioning was just off, and I don't know, maybe they were just thinking, yeah, it doesn't matter. They're just going to go for these fights. It won't matter, but like you said, that's so costly. Like, it's so unnecessary from Davenport, but yeah, I'll be fine. They got the M4s back, but they just didn't need to be spending that kind of funds, especially at round 28, when we're getting this close of a neck-and-neck game. Oh, nice little double stack.
This is a different setup here from Davenport. They really haven't put their chips on connector this entire half, and this time around they want to contest. CoJoMo can even hold out towards party, deny out all of T mid, and punish a peek from a player like Rizu, but timing is a favor. CoJo looking for the jump spot, but he walks right into Rizu's op, who was able to post up on the angle, and now these con players are trapped. They don't have any say in this round, and they're just gonna speed on the A site. Brazen realized the weakness in the defense, and I'm not sure Davenport can even put up a fight in this one.
Oh, the artillery's getting here, and Corn's just waiting.
Bomb's taking a long time, though, and
that nade.
great nade damage coming through, but Dane shuts him down. My gosh. It is just done. And Davenport could not afford this. They had to have saved. Remember the Dane round? Remember how Dane just, you know, punched in 3 deagle headshots? I said he was gonna hurt this round. Now it's really gonna hurt with Brazen on map point.
And yeah, for anybody that's not aware, I mean, this is the map pick story for Davenport. And a lot riding on this map pick for them. And Pugg just trying to see what he can do, but he'll get eaten alive, and Danejoris picking up a triple. Oh, man. Now we're at map point, I'll say, sorry. And, not the best economic situation we've seen for Davenport, and look at what they got to work with. This is a discount buy.
This is... Man, we were seeing... It looked like their hope was reignited. A clutch comes through from Pugg. They pick up a couple just pretty dominant ones, and then Danejoris' 3 deagle headshots in that round is rearing its ugly head right now. And so we'll see what the 5-7s... The Deeg's just a variety pack by here from Davenport to hold on to their map pick. Hello.
Jump spot. Hello, I'm here. This is where I will play.
Peekaboo. Just, you know, it's all fun and games until a minute on the clock is in. Oh no, Corn. Try to push through, but Switcher? Are they gonna check for him? Oh, it's such a difficult angle. The MP9 maybe could have made it work, but Polo will get the finishing frag. It's only Pugg. 5-7, come on. Needs a turn up, but they're just pre-firing for it at this rate. CoJoMo, the last line of defense. An M4A1S, the one rifle they brought in. A fantastic nade, all things said. But dude, 2v5 on this B site, and they're gonna get cleaned up. Brazen pick up, and they actually surpass the T side of Davenport University. They pick it up 16-13.
Yeah, that was a close game, and I mean, Davenport, they started off in the deficit. They weren't able to get themselves moving. Then they brought themselves back, winning the half. Like, you know, we talked about, that was a really big thing. 8 rounds on T side looked really good, but the CT side, it just wasn't strong enough. There were some big individual plays that came into effect, but it is going to be Brazen that does take the